Hello, everyone. I was supposed to actually put this video yesterday, but things happen. A whole lot of things actually happened to me last week and this week. As you know, I did speak about the blizzard that happened. I think I spoke to you about it on, I think Monday. Yeah, last Monday. Spoke to you last Monday about it. And it was not that bad, but at the same time, it was just... I was just spending my time with my family. So I didn't actually make a Thursday video, which would have been on a video game, but regardless, I just felt that I wanted to spend time with my family as my husband was home. So, okay. Also, last week, I think it was on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday, right after this video, right after the last video that I posted up. We were going to the gym and we got pretty much sidetracked. I had an argument with my husband, and it was over, if you remember one of my videos, I don't know if you remember one of my videos about beauty, but we had an argument. It was the dumbest thing. We had an argument about said girl, and it got so, I'm not going to tell you the whole entire thing, but it got so heated to the point where while my husband was, I think, 2 blocks away, he said, I don't even want to go to the gym. I don't want to be around you. When you act like this, you kind of look a little ugly. And he kind of turned the car around. This was on Tuesday. So Wednesday was the blizzard. So Tuesday, we had that argument. And he went into a parking lot. He turned around and he drove like a madman. And there was literally nobody on the road except for a cop car. And the way the street is you could go straight, or there's like this little kind of side street thing where you can make a right, instead of just a straight and narrow street. It's like it's like a fork, pretty much. Hold on one sec, my daughter. So he kind of took that very sharply and very quick. He obviously paused for a second, but it wasn't enough for the cop to see it. So he kind of like stopped us. And you know how you get when you're like in the zone of arguing? Well, I kind of was in the zone of arguing, and I didn't see lights behind me. Like, I really did not see lights behind me. So, I was already opening the door. He said, all right, get the hell out. And I'm telling you, there was no lights. There were no lights. Because when I opened up the door, I didn't see any lights. He stopped the car right in front of, he pretty much kind of parked it-ish, and he kind of stopped the car. But I was, like I said, in mid-opening the door while he was, like, still kind of in motion. So open the door, and then all I see is police lights. That's when I knew that the police lights were on, because as soon as I opened the door, they came on. I know that for a fact because I looked I looked in the back, in the side view mirror, and there was nothing when I was opening the door. And then when I had like put my foot kind of out, that's when he opened his lights. So I was like kind of taken back. I like I said, it was in mid getting the hell out of the car. And the guy was like, I guess he did his like horn, or I don't know what that thing is. I think it was like a siren or something, but he kind of just did the siren, I guess. It sounded like a merp, merp. So my husband and I were like still yelling at one another. I was like, it's your fucking fault, la la la. Part of my language, I shouldn't have said that. But it's your fault, whatever. And then he was just like, it's always my fault. So I started walking. Like I was going to just walk. I wasn't running. I wasn't skipping. I wasn't jumping. I was walking. And I was walking at a very slow pace. An extremely slow pace. The cop did another merp, merp. And I've never been stopped before. I've never ever been stopped. This is the first time that I've been stopped. Because I don't drive. I really don't drive. So, common sense at that moment, I guess, was out the window. But that was pretty much what had happened. I walked back over, put my bottle down, made sure that they knew that it was a water bottle, because I know how some cops, I'm not saying all cops, I'm saying some cops get. They see an item in somebody's hand, they're just like, boom, 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 you know, but like I said, I'm not saying all cops, I'm saying some cops, okay? So I put my water bottle down, and I stood with my hands out. And I waited until the cop came over, and, you know, he questioned my husband first. But it's funny because this is in Clifton. And the cop, like, there was, I don't know if Clifton in New Jersey is just so incredibly bored, but like 4 cop cars just rolled up. 4 of them. And there was 2 extremely nice cops, like super, super nice cops. And then there was just the asshole that unfortunately we had, because he walked over to my husband's car and he goes, you know, he was like, oh, did you hit her? Like everything, like he was talking to him and he wasn't really talking to me. But like if he had those questions, why didn't he come over to me and ask me? Didn't ask me. Then like I guess one of his buddies, the nice cop, came over and said and asked me the proper questions, and I said no, he does not hit me. I was like, this is just an argument we had. We're husband and wife. We had an argument. He goes, didn't you see the car's lights? I was like, actually, no. And let me be honest, this is dark. It was dark. So I didn't even see a car in the rear view mirror. Well, not in the rear, but like on the side mirror. And the lights are pretty bright. So it's kind of odd for me not to see that, but I was already pretty much like foot out the door when he turned on his lights. That's exactly what happened, because I know, like I said, I looked in the side view mirror before I actually left. So he didn't turn it on until like I was pretty much halfway out the door. So I was like, At the moment, I didn't know what kind of to say. I was just like, oh, I was in such a rage that I did not see the cop car's lights. That's what I said. I was just like, I did not see him, which is true. So they were like, okay, no problem. Like, the nice cop was like, that's fine. And then the asshole cop comes back over and he was like, should I call, do you have a phone to my husband? He didn't even ask me. He said all this to my husband. He was like, do you have a phone? And he was like, I do have a phone. Why? And he goes, because we just have to call to see if someone will pick her up. You didn't walk over to me and ask me if I wanted somebody to pick me up. What is all that? He asked, then after that, he walks over to me and asks me if I have a license. I said, no, I don't have a license on me because, and I didn't say this because I didn't want to like get him all riled up, but number one, I'm not driving, and number two, it's a 5-minute drive to, the gym. Personally, I don't like taking a bag with me, so I have my keys with me, I have my phone with me, I have my headphones with me. That's all I have. I try to stay light so I could put it in my pockets. That's it. I mean, yes, maybe I should bring it, but it's just one of those things where I didn't think that we were going to get stopped. So, then this was like pretty much a long process, but I'm just going to try to make it honestly, it took an hour for this. So then, it's freaking cold. I have like spandex pants on, like a sweater on, and instead of the cop being like a gentleman, he let me stay out in the cold. Like, it was freaking freezing. Again, it's New Jersey, and the next day it's gonna snow. So there was a second nice cop. He came over to me. He was my husband asked him if we could switch places because at the moment I was just not even feeling to even sit next to him at the moment. So the guy goes, as long as she wants to, that's fine. My husband had asked the asshole cop like 10 times, and the asshole cop said, no, she's sitting right there. She needs time. Like, I don't know if he was trying to be on my side, but it didn't seem like it because he wasn't even talking to me. You know what I mean? At least if he would have spoken to me, I would have said some things, like nice things about my husband and the fact that I am cold and I will kind of switch places with him. So my husband takes off the hoodie and gives it to the asshole cop and puts it on, and I put it on for like I'd say 5 minutes before the nice cop said, okay, switch places. So we switch places. I sit in the car, and pretty much that was all. Like, I was on my phone kind of talking to like a friend of mine on Facebook. Nobody was around the car, so that's the reason why I even took my phone out. And then my husband comes back into the car, like, I'd say 30 minutes later. It was a really, really long process. And he had 2 tickets. My husband really does think that the only reason why we actually got tickets was because he mouthed off to the cop. But again, It was like 2 tickets, and it was because he didn't pause, but he did kind of pause. It was like a short pause. Like he paused a second and then he went because there was no cars around. Like nobody was on the road again. So he paused a second, then he went. And then it was like something, I don't even remember what it was. Like, yeah, I can't remember off the top. It was like 2 tickets. But like, it was just crazy. Just freaking crazy. So Tuesday this happened. Wednesday was the blizzard. Thursday we kind of had a little power outage, so I didn't like put anything up. And now we are on Tuesday, back onto Tuesday. Which today we're going to be going to the gym. I would like to start. Okay, so now I'm going to do my that was 60 minutes. 16 minutes and my throat is parched. Hold on one second. So, next week I'm going to start on my castor oil packs again. I tried to do it like I'd say a week ago on Monday. Yeah, I tried to do it last week on Monday, but it didn't work out. I just didn't keep at it. But I have to start doing it again because I feel like it works. Either that or it's just all in my head and, But I haven't actually used any prenatals because I've been just so, like, taken back by the prenatals. I just don't want to touch them. My thyroids, I think, are okay, but I'm pretty sure I would like to recheck them just in case. And I would like to recheck them pretty quickly because I don't know if my health insurance is going to last until next month. Well, I don't know if it's going to be active next month. Again, my throat is so parched from talking. I'm not used to talking. The only time I really talk like this is during the videos, but so yeah, I'm going to do the Castrol pack probably next week on Monday. Like, I'm going to start it. I'm going to do like I think 4 days, and then like either 4 days on, 4 days off, or I'm just going to do it every other day. We'll see what happens. I have to look it up again. I can't even remember what I was doing last time. I think I was doing like every day. Yeah, I was doing every day, but I think that was not what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I have to look. Also, Thursday, Thursday, I'm going to actually go to check my fallopian tubes. My health insurance approved it. Yay! I made the appointment. It's at 1:00, and all the paperwork is said and done. Oopsies. I keep drinking the water from the water cooler thing. You know, like when you press a button and it gets the water. It tastes awfully like tap water to me. Yuck. I hate the taste of tap water, but it tastes like tap water to me for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my fallopian tubes checked. Hopefully they'll have the results before before next month. I mean, it's like 2 days, and I'm hoping that they can either tell me on the spot, or I could just make an appointment for Friday, and then we'll take it from there. But no sex until Thursday night, so that's like, for me, that's pretty hard. Because I had all this time, and yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun. I love my husband, and I love being with my husband, and it makes me a sad panda when I can't do the things I want to do. Like, he just gets me. He gets me to. He's a good looking guy. I'm not even gonna lie. But, yeah. So, that is pretty much it. I mean, other than the castor oil packs and complaining about what happened to me. Also, I didn't even bring this up, but I'll bring it up. Like, family member passed away, poor, due to cancer, which was, it wasn't my family member, like my side of the family member was like my husband, and my husband actually, I think it was married into, like, I think, it was one of his cousins, husband's side of the family, and he knew the girls, like they're really great people, and he knew the mother and everything, and like, when my husband was younger, they're pretty much all the same culture, the same like background, and so what happened was, he kind of grew a bond with one of the girls, and his family kind of wanted him to get married to that girl, but he saw her as kind of like a kid's sister, kind of. So he didn't want to do anything. She liked him. It wasn't like she liked him to the point where I'm in love with you. It was like she just liked him because he was cute. It was one of those things where if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Oh well, but you're cute and I like you. So they did not get together, but her mother always called him my son, my son, my son, just because he was such a good guy. And yeah, so he got really like attached to the mom. He was like very sad about it, and the girls, I think they're like 3 girls or whatever, but like, it's one of those things where it's really sad to see your parent go, and she just had like a grandchild or something like that, and it was just, again, like I said, it's very sad to see a parent go, especially at that young of an age. But I mean, she did have cancer, and she did have cancer for a long time, so hopefully she's at peace, and RIP again. I just feel like really sad about it, just because she was a good person. I heard stories that she was a good person, and she was at my wedding. So it was heartbreaking, to say the very least. I mean, if you hear that somebody that's a bad person kind of dies from cancer, then good for them, F them, you know. But she was a good person, so again, RIP. Other than that, like, I'm hoping that I could get back on track with these videos, like, you know, Girl Talk Mondays, video game / others on Thursdays, and then we'll have, hopefully I'll be able to do that. But anything, I don't think anything else is necessary to talk about. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, drop a comment. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know if anybody knows this, but look it up. Now, I had no idea about this until, like, I went to a dentist and everything. Listerine supposedly is no good for you at all because it's got alcohol and it's no good on the enamel of your teeth. So I had to dump out my Listerine. I actually got Crest, and that has no alcohol. So I think it's Crest, and I think it's, I don't remember. As long as it does not have alcohol, make sure that you get mouthwash with no alcohol. And if you want to know more about that, look it up or call a dentist. Ask them. I'm pretty sure they won't tell you no, we're not going to answer your question. But, you know, talk to a dentist. Look it up on Google. I don't know, but just, I spoke to my dentist and they said Listerine is no good for you. So I just wanted to mention that because, again, I did not know that. I thought, I mean, I spent a whole lot of money on Listerine, and I didn't know that it was no good for me. So, again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more, subscribe and drop a comment. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, if you think that Listerine is better than Crest, I don't know, just let me know. And I'm just gonna say, if you're going to tell me that I'm wrong about the Listerine, just give me some facts, all right? Let me know your facts, because I don't want to hear, you're wrong, that's it, all right? So, thanks for watching, take care.